I've always been fascinated by the grandeur of ancient Rome. The marble columns, the sprawling forums, the mighty legions, all of it speaks to a civilization that left an indelible mark on our world. But behind all that grandeur stood a handful of men whose decisions shaped the course of history. Now, let's talk about Augustus, the man who turned a republic into an empire. After years of civil war, Augustus emerged victorious, and well, he did something pretty clever. Augustus wasn't just about politics. He launched a massive building program, famously boasting that he found Rome a city of brick and left it a city of marble. He reformed the military, standardized the currency, and even tried to legislate morality. Augustus set the template for what it meant to be a Roman emperor, and his influence would be felt for centuries to come. Fast forward about a century and we come to Trajan, often called the best emperor Rome ever had. Under Trajan, the empire reached its greatest territorial extent. Trajan wasn't just a conqueror, he was also a builder. His forum in Rome was a marvel of engineering, and his column, still standing today, tells the story of his Dacian campaigns in a spiral of carved reliefs. And here's where it gets interesting. Trajan's successor, Hadrian, took a completely different approach. Instead of expansion, Hadrian focused on consolidation. He built walls, like the famous one in Britain, to mark and defend the empire's borders. He traveled extensively, getting to know the provinces firsthand. Hadrian was also a lover of Greek culture and even wore a beard, starting a fashion trend among emperors. Now we come to Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor. You might know him from his book Meditations, which is still read today. But Marcus wasn't just sitting around philosophizing. He spent much of his reign defending the empire's borders from Germanic tribes. It's kind of ironic, isn't it? The most thoughtful of emperors, constantly at war. But the real game changer came with Constantine. Constantine did something that would alter the course of Western history. He legalized Christianity. Constantine moved the capital to Byzantium, renaming it Constantinople, and set the stage for the Christian Roman Empire that would last another 1,000 years in the East. Let's rewind a bit to Diocletian, who came before Constantine but after Marcus Aurelius. Diocletian looked at the empire and thought that this is too big for one person to manage. So he did something radical. He split the empire into 4 parts, each with its own ruler. This system, called the Tetrarchy, was meant to provide stability and efficient governance. Diocletian was also a great builder and administrator. He reformed the tax system, tried to control inflation, and even built a massive palace in Split, Croatia, that's still standing today. Diocletian's reforms, while not always successful in the short term, had a lasting impact on how the empire was governed. And that's really the story of all these emperors, isn't it? Their decisions, for better or worse, shaped not just Rome, but the world we live in today. So there you have it. A whirlwind tour of some of Rome's most influential emperors. From Augustus to Diocletian, these men shaped an empire that in turn shaped our world. Their laws, their buildings, their very ideas about power and governance still echo through history. Next time you see a government building with columns, or hear a Latin phrase, or even when you're using a calendar, remember, you're experiencing the lasting legacy of the Roman emperors. History isn't just about the past, it's about understanding how we got to where we are today.